Hello and welcome to everyone. Vladimir the Bulgarian Kalbuladi speaking, and we are now going to discuss Bellator. I really didn't have time these days. Sorry, guys, but I was really having a lot of obligations, and I was unable to do so. So right now we are going to discuss this topic, and I'm going to look back to all the odds. It's not going to be super long with Justin Berry versus Daniel Compton. I have to put on a brief analysis. I didn't have time to watch the weigh-ins etc., so I really had to work. It was a really hard way to go for me. And all right, well now let's focus on this upcoming event, Pitbull versus McKee. And first, we're gonna kick off with the prelims, as there are some really great fights. Justin Berry versus Daniel Compton. Well, hey, how are you, champ? Greetings. So this is a tricky fight, very much of a tricky fight for me, because I literally don't know much about Justin Berry and Daniel Compton. All three, I kind of have an assumption that the guy was brought here to lose, and 5'9" for Justin Berry, 6'2" for Daniel Compton. I know Daniel Compton lost on 3 occasions, and I know that Berry is kind of better in the clinch. That's all I know. But Compton, he didn't fought like super great names, as well as you know. So Pitbull decision. Yeah, about the main event, I'm picking McKee. But if Pitbull wins, he'll win via decision. If McKee wins via stoppage. So main event is one of the greatest toss-ups on the whole card, honestly. For me, it's like a 50-50 fight, but Pitbull is tough. I mean, AJ McKee undefeated, but Pitbull is a whole different juice. So, yeah. Justin Berry versus Daniel Compton. Bookies are giving here advantage to Justin Berry, which is kind of, I don't know. It's at least kind of odd to me. Fight goes the distance plus 150. Gonna go with over 1.5 rounds. It's minus 162 on this fight. This is the odd for Compton versus Berry, because I really expect a close fight and the war. When I get two guys that are high level, it usually goes to decisions. True. Let me see how much is the decision at my bookie. So what you say, McKee, Fryer, the fight goes the distance. Fight goes the distance plus 150. Fight goes the distance plus 150. Let me see. Hold on. Plus 150. Fight goes the distance. Good odd for me. That's pretty much good odd. Plus 150 at my bookie. I don't know which bookie are you using. At my bookie, it's plus 150. Now let's see. So yeah, Barry Compton gonna go with over 1.5. Joshua Jones versus Johnny Cisneros. 5'8" for Jones, 5'10" Cisneros. I watched Cisneros on a few occasions. I don't see him like a super talented fighter. Nah, I really don't. I just think he has a lot of holes to work on. Joshua Jones, this is his professional debut. Gonna go with Joshua Jones on this one. I'm just gonna check what I wrote previously, but I think I'm gonna go with the guy who makes his professional debut. Just a second. Let me see what I wrote in this one. I'll be swift. Hold on. No. Just to check how I analyze this fight. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna pick against Cisneros. This fight is a very hard one for me. Oh yeah, there it is. For Bellator, the fight goes into round 3 for Joshua Jones to win. That's gonna be my prediction. How are you, Otis? Fight goes the distance, so fight goes to round 3 or Joshua Jones to win. John Morgan said he's retiring for 1 year to eat burgers, then he will return when his diabetes has gone. Okay, no problem. That sounds okay. But yeah, either fight goes into round 3, either Joshua Jones to win. But yeah, I have a good feeling on this one. Now let me see which one is the next. Brian Moore versus Jordan Vinsky. Oof, I don't know. One of the hardest fights to pick. Brian Moore is riding a score of 13-7 and Jordan Vinsky 11-2. But Moore is talented, his submission game is good. Don't know much about Jordan Vinsky. I'm going to go with fight not going the distance. Let me see how much is the odd. Yeah, over 1.5 or not going the distance. I really have no idea who to pick on this one. Yes, okay. What the odds you versus Johnny Morgan? I don't know who is making odds. I really don't know, but I assume fans are saying I should be a favorite. I hope I'm not too big favorite. I'm good. Getting some miles in with Drew today. How are you? I'm doing great. Yeah. I mean, I don't say I'm gonna finish. I'm a coward fighter, you know. I like to fight defensively, so maybe the fight is gonna get ugly. But I usually finish, but I'm very much defensive minded. So I'm similar fighting style like Blago Ivanov. But against Johnny Boy, you can expect a head kick or a big punch to the head or a knee when he shoots in. I'm fighting similar like Blago Ivanov. But yeah, you can bet. You can bet on KO versus Johnny Morgan. Brian Moore versus Jordan Vinsky. Oof, either over 1.5, either fight not going the distance. I think this is gonna... As much as I remember, Jordan Vinsky showed pretty much good cardio. That's as much as I remember. Now, Georgi Karakhanyan versus Kiefer Crosby. Oh, that's one of my favorite fights on the card. I'm sorry because this goes into prelims. Georgi Karakhanyan is a heavy favorite against Kiefer Crosby, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. Karakhanyan versus Crosby is a clash of two different fighting styles. So not going the distance or Karakhanyan wins. I don't have much of a dilemma in that fight. Either Karakhanyan wins via stoppage, either Crosby via submission, but not going the distance. I don't know. Yeah, I prefer fighting on back foot. Just look. I'm that type of a fighter with good legs. Just imagine Blago Ivanov with excellent kicks. That's me. Just watch him how he fights. That's me. Pretty much similar movement, similar guard, similar stance. That's me. Georgi Karakhanyan versus Kiefer Crosby, not going the distance. Pretty much confident. Yeah, Karakhanyan will have to deal massive reach disadvantage, so kind of don't have courage. Gaji Rabadano versus Daniel Carey. I had interview with Daniel Carey and he's a good wrestler, but versus Gaji Rabadano, he doesn't have much of a chance, so I will have to pick against Daniel Carey. This is hard decision for me, but I have to pick against Daniel Carey. Rabadano is going to win this one. Sorry, man. You're a great fighter, but... Now, Vanessa Porto versus Hilara Joanne. 5'4" for Vanessa Porto, 5'3" for Hilara Joanne. For this fight, I picked Porto to win according to bookies. Vanessa Porto is a heavy favorite, minus 300 at my bookie. I don't know which bookies are you using, guys, but at my bookie she is minus 300, so I think Vanessa Porto wins this one. Vanessa Porto should win this one. Shouldn't have much of a problems winning this matchup. I mean, Vanessa Porto. That's what I believe. Should happen. She shouldn't have much of problems winning this matchup. Now let's go into the next fight. We've been through prelims. Now let's analyze the main card. Let's go with Goiti Yamauchi versus Chris Gonzalez. I analyzed this fight thoroughly, and I think this is the matchup of very close fighters. Like Goiti Yamauchi has 5 losses, but he is like very much more experienced than Chris Gonzalez. I expect a very much tough battle. Hey, Uncle Mark, how are you, man? Greetings to you too. How's everything doing, man? I expect very much of a tough battle around here, and for this fight, my pick is going to be over 2.5. Yes, for this fight is going to be over 2.5 because I really have a feeling that Goiti Yamauchi will have a hard time finishing Chris Gonzalez on the other side. Knocking out Goiti Yamauchi is so hard, so hard. So hard, so over 2.5 for me. Luis Mura versus Usman Nurmagomedov. Usman is going to win on that one. Are you packing your stuff for Alaska, Mark, or how's everything doing? So for that fight, I'm expecting Usman Nurmagomedov to win Luis Mura without much of problems. I think this is a mismatch. Brand Primus versus Islam Mamedov. I just think Islam Mamedov is too strong, especially with the wrestling game for Brand Primus. So, interestingly, I was very close to interview Brand Primus, but that fight didn't come to fruition. So, it is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, guys. So, yeah, that's how I expected to happen, but it didn't play out the way I expected. So, yeah, for that fight, I will have to go with Islam Mamedov minus 198. I think Primus could hold on for at least 2 rounds, but Mamedov's grappling is just too much and wrestling. Also, Emmanuel Sanchez versus Mats Burnell. I picked Emmanuel Sanchez to win this one because I expect Mats Burnell is going to have very much of a hard time submitting this guy. So this time I picked Emmanuel Sanchez to win. I think Mats Burnell is overrated, especially when it comes to his submission game, and Emmanuel Sanchez has never been finished easily. So I think Emmanuel Sanchez is tough enough to fight until the final bell. And if the fight goes the distance, I don't see Mats Burnell as a cardio machine. We've seen that in the fight against Steve Amable. My back has to heal a little more. You have to wait. Okay, man. I mean, I hope you're gonna recover. I hope you're gonna feel better right now. Yeah, I just hope you recovered and you're feeling better at the moment. Hope your back are gonna hold on. How much? 3 months, right? The next fight, which is going to happen, is AJ McKee versus Patricio Pitbull Frere. I understand that majority of people are sleeping on Frere, but fight goes the distance could be a good pick, especially considering the fact that Frere is a strong guy, and it offers very much of a good value. It's like plus 150, but my pick for this one is going to be AJ McKee to win. Yeah, I'm picking AJ McKee to win on this one. I'm pretty much confident AJ McKee has good chances to win this fight. So, I'm picking AJ McKee for this one. And I don't know whether I'm going to follow UFC Wayne or not because I'm a bit busy these days. But Bellator I should cover. Yeah, I should cover Bellator. It kicks off, I think, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Let me see how much is that in my time. I must check what starts, but it should be fine with me, right? Main card. When does this start anyway? Ah, 10 p.m. Oh, that's awesome. It starts at 10 p.m. It's 4 a.m. Whoa, 4 a.m. for me. That's awesome. That's a great time, actually. That's not going to be a big problem for me. So, yeah, 4 a.m. for me. Okay, at least I can get some sleep, etc. That's okay. This is okay time for me. So, I got Yamauchi Gonzalez, I got Mamedov Primus, Usman Nurmagomedov Manny Muro, Emmanuel Sanchez, Mats Burnell, and Patricio Pitbull, AJ McKee. I think I will be having time to cover this one. So, I think I'm going to cover Bellator. Not confident 100%, but I should be covering that. Of course, UFC I'm going to cover, as always. And maybe I'm going to cover Wayne, maybe not. But if you're asking me my most confident picks, there you go. My most confident picks, Usman. Then Rabajanov. And hold on. Usman Nurmagomedov, Rabadanov, And yeah, Magomed Sharip not gonna happen. These two. Usman, Rabadanov, and let me see, Usman, Rabadanov, Karakhanyan not confident. Cisneros, Joshua, no, not confident. And maybe Primus to lose these three. So that's the way it's gonna work. And I'm going to go now. Have some obligations, but catch you later. I guess maybe I'm gonna follow. Maybe I'm gonna follow the way, and maybe not, depends on my working schedule. Now I must get back to work. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in, and catch you all next time.